everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of Minecraft Survival from Python's World. Today is going to be a very fun-filled episode because we have the first snapshot for the brand new game drop. We are currently on 25W15A. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading into the Nether, which I've gone ahead and pruned the chunks of since the last episode. And we're going to try and find ourselves the brand new dried GHAST. Yeah, you heard that right. A dried GHAST. I must admit, when I saw the announcement and read up on the dried GHAST and all of the various bits and bobs it can do, I genuinely thought it seemed a bit silly at first. But then, I saw it in action in people's snapshot videos, and now I'm just like, mate, this could actually be an absolute game changer. Anyway, the reason why I'm here chopping down trees is because I need a lot of them so I can eventually begin on the entrance towers leading into my settlement. And yeah, there's a lot of wood here, and believe me, I am going to need it because spruce logs are like one of the primary materials I'm gonna need. But anyway, building the entrance towers, that'll probably be done in the next episode. This episode is dedicated entirely to checking out brand new features, a type of episode I personally really enjoy making. So if you folks are just as excited as I am to check out some of these new features, do be sure, of course, to drop a like to show your support. And of course, a massive thank you to all of you folks who have been dropping likes and showing your support for this series. I really appreciate it, folks. And real quick, just to remind you folks, if you're new around here and you don't want to miss out on my future content, why not hit that subscribe button with those bell notifications turned on, and you'll be the first to know when the new videos roll out. Oh, snappers! Alright, I am excited. So, as I mentioned, I have pruned a bunch of chunks in the Nether. Not all of them, though. The one Nether fortress that we have explored a couple times in the past, that is still as is. But you may have noticed at the start there's a bunch of lava flowing down. And that's because pretty much to the left of the portal, yeah, these are new chunks. So what we need to try and do is we need to try and find ourselves a soul sand valley biome. And go on! Yeah! What can I say? I'm the greatest ping pong player who has ever existed. No, not really. But still, that was pretty cool. But yeah, we got ourselves a bastion way over to our left over there. But more importantly, here we are with a soul sand valley. Now, believe it or not, we still don't have the hot tourist destinations advancement. I'd like to say that the Soul Sand Valley is the final biome we needed to find ourselves. I guess we'll find out in just a second here. Yeah! Advancement time complete. So, here we are. What we need to look for are more of these little bone structures. At some of them, you can find the dried GHAST block naturally spawning. I guess while we're here, though, we could always go ahead and grab ourselves some of these for building purposes, I guess. Although, with that said, I do have a double skeleton farm on my world, so yeah, this isn't strictly necessary, but I'm still taking them because why not? Oh! And there we are! There's a dried GHAST block on the floor! Wow, that took absolutely no time at all to find. Hey, here it is! Oh, dude, this is so cool. So, oh, okay. Ah, new recipes unlocked. Okay, so picking up the dried GHAST unlocks the saddle/harness recipe. That's kind of cool. New recipes unlocked. Eh? Wait, you can craft the dried GHAST? Dude, that is kind of wild, actually. Huh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah, we got the dry GHAST, and pretty much that's all we're here for. So, I guess we're going to head back home, and we're going to see if we can rehydrate this GHAST. And then after doing that, I think we have to wait for it to grow into a proper full-sized happy GHAST, and then you can put the harness on it and start flying around. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I'm sure you folks are more interested in checking out the dried GHAST and what it results in. So let's get ourselves back to base. So then, some things to try and figure out. Can we put the dried GHAST in flowing water and it will still become hydrated? No, it just pops off, so it requires a water source block then. Alright, well, let's go put this little ghast in the lake here. Yeah! Advancement time number 2. Stay hydrated. Place a dried ghast block into water. So, what, now we just gotta play the waiting game. Yeah, look at that. We've got little particles coming out, and that signifies the fact that this little dry ghast is becoming hydrated. So, I'm gonna have myself a bit of a snooze. I'm going to clear out my inventory, and then what we're gonna do, and this might sound a bit strange, but you'll understand why I'm doing it in just a bit. We're gonna go hunting for some snow. Oh yeah, I still have a villager zombie roaming my storage room. Huh. I should probably do something about that guy. It kind of makes me putting stuff away in storage chests kind of a fun game, actually, because I have a limited amount of time to do so before the zombie rolls up on me and starts kicking my butt. So then, snow. To pick up snowballs. That's what we're looking for. Probably the easiest way for us to find snow is to just go high up in the world. And you know what? I think I know exactly where there might be some snow as well. So let me just... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, alrighty, apparently my horse just had a golden carrot for breakfast. I mean, why not, right? That place where we found the cool variants of chickens and cows and whatnot, that's probably a good place to start. Although, with that said, I can see some snow right up there, so we're already here. Will I even be able to get up there with my horse? I mean, my horse can jump 3 blocks. Although, with that said, that area over there seems a little bit easier to access. Hey, here we go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves... Oh. Right. We need a non-silk touch shovel. I don't know, I've been playing this game for upwards of 14 years. How the heck am I not able to remember the fact that you need a non-silk touch shovel for snow? I don't know what to tell you, folks. My memory is just beyond terrible. So, here we are. Downgraded to a wood shovel. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a couple stacks of snowballs here. Hopefully we can use a bunch of the snowballs to accelerate the growth of the happy ghast that is going to result from the dried ghast being hydrated. And then I'm going to hope I've got enough snow remaining to make into snow blocks so I can then make snow golems so I can then have infinite access to snow. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Get it? Alrighty, folks, I think we're looking pretty good. Let's grab our horsey and let's get ourselves back to base. I should say I've got a sneaking... Oh, wow, that hurt quite a lot. I have a sneaking suspicion the dried ghast might not have progressed while we've been out here. Only, you know, we're out of visual range and probably the chunks have unloaded over there, so... Yeah, we'll probably still have to wait the full load of time. Oh, actually, while we're out here, one of the resources we need for the ghast harness is leather. The cool thing about the harness is you can get it in all 16 colors. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a red one to match my creeper skin that I got going on. Dude, that'd be so awesome. Here we are, we're back at base. And on the way back, I realized something. We still don't have Elytra on our world yet because we haven't taken down the dragon and we haven't taken on any end cities, right? So this dried ghast becoming hydrated and eventually becoming a happy ghast, it could become a far earlier way to achieve flight in Minecraft. And if other folks' snapshot videos or anything to go by, we'll be able to build far easier on the back of a happy ghast. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this. This could be such an enormous game changer. All right, Ghasty, how you doing? You haven't made any progress at all. I wish the sleeping in this game was like Vintage Story, in that the world sort of continues or fast forwards during the night. That would be so awesome that I could speed up the process of this ghast becoming hydrated. But well, it is what it is. I guess what we could do while we're waiting for that ghast to hydrate, maybe we could build one of the entrance towers. The entrance towers of which will be going right here. And you know something? For once, I know exactly what I'm doing with these entrance towers because I have planned them in a creative duplicate test world. So, I just need to grab myself out a bunch of wood, a bunch of stone, and, well, pretty much that is it. Ha! I don't know if you guys just heard that, but there seems to be, like, unique sounds for the dried ghast getting hydrated. That's cool. Here it is, folks. The red harness requiring 3 leather, 2 bits of glass, and then whatever color of wool you want for your harness. There it is. Oh, dude, I'm so excited for this. You know what? That whole running around and being limited on how much time I have to get stuff out of my chest and organize things, yeah, that's done now. This guy is now within a boat, and as such, we should be totally fine. Oh, hey, look at this. The dried ghast's facial expression has changed. It's no longer, like, angry looking. It's just kind of sad looking. So, yeah, progress is being made slowly but surely. But anyway, we're going to see if we can't be nice and productive while we're waiting for the ghast to become happy. So, we have these little plots here, and these are where the towers are going to go. We're going to go ahead and build just one of them today, and then in the next episode, we'll probably get the whole shaboodle done. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to add ourselves a ton of support logs. We're going to go up 12 blocks from here, so it'll be a total of 13 blocks high. Can you see now why I've got so many logs at the beginning of the episode? Yeah, a lot of them are needed, believe me. So, we're adding ourselves some stone bricks in. We're then going to start adding in some windows. This is going to be one of the entrances into the tower. And then it'll be a big spiral staircase going up to the very top to what is going to become a nice heightened walkway. That heightened walkway will basically go around the entire perimeter of this settlement, so we can just walk around it and just have an awesome view of our settlement no matter where we are. Or we could look up on the wilderness and spot any foes that might be coming to visit. So this is what we've got going on so far, and yes, I completely agree with you. It looks a bit bland and a bit basic, but believe me, we're not finished yet. So here we are, a little bit of an entrance going into this place. We're gonna have ourselves like a central log pillar here, and then up at the top here we've got 2 of the windows broken out because this is where the pathway is going to go through. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna add ourselves in just a few little bits and bobs, and now we can work on the staircase so we can, you know, actually get up and down this thing. So there we are, nice and simple. Right, now we need to try and get a bit of a roof on this thing, and that should be relatively straightforward because we're going to be using cobble, stone bricks, and a little bit of oak wood. Oh, I wish I had my little ghast friend right now because we'd be using it to be able to place down all of these little detailing buttons. They're going to be going on each of the layers where there's stone bricks, so we need to do another little layer up there. So we're going to start off the roof by putting down a little bit of an upside down stair rim surrounding the tower here. So here's what we're going to do with the cobblestone. We're going to go 2 blocks down to 1 block in the corner, back up to 2 blocks. We're going to basically replicate that in all 4 corners. Then we're going to add just a little bit of wood in between the cobble, rather like that. Then we're going to start going at it with some cobblestone stairs. I want to have this roof be like a nice sort of curved looking pointy roof. Then in the middle of the cobblestone stairs, we're going to have ourselves a cobblestone block and another one on top of that. And then we're going to have ourselves cobblestone stairs sort of going towards the center this time. Then we're going to whip out some wood and they'll go in the corners, rather like this. And at this point, my friends, it's just going to be cobblestone. So adding a few bits in like that with some more stairs. And then, to top it all off, we're going to have ourselves 3 blocks going up like that. And there we have it. It's a decent looking roof, but we could still do better. For example, I think I want to grab myself some trapdoors and some glowstone so we can have these roofs be nicely lit up. Quick little break to check out the ghast. It's got a happy expression on its face now. Dude, that is cool. Is this the final facial expression before it actually becomes ours? I have no idea. I'm so looking forward to having a GHAST friend, though. It is going to be such a game changer for builders. It really, really is. Turns out we don't have a great deal of glowstone, so I'm going to get myself into the Nether. I seem to recall there being some giant deposits of glowstone near my portal. Yeah, look at this. All right, that was one ginormous mound of glowstone. Look at it all. Wow! Over a full stack from just one freaking node? We can use that for redstone lamps as well. Anyway, we're back here at base. I need to see about grabbing myself a bunch of trapdoors, if I have any in here. Oh, wow, just the one. Oh, it's a dark and gloomy looking tower, this, isn't it? But we're about to change that. So, starting off with a little bit of glowstone, then we've got trapdoors to basically cover up the glowstone, because, you know, as nice as glowstone is, the texture of it is pretty rough looking. So covering up the harsh textures with trapdoors, I feel like is a pretty good way to go. So we've just got one more to put in just here. Oh, no, hang on. There we are, like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to see about getting ourselves up here like this. Maybe we could replace this top bit here with glowstone and trapdoors as well. Alright, last bit of glowstone going down, and we should be good to go. Oh, wait, I don't think I took full damage there because I landed in my bed. Ah, no, I did take full damage. It was just delayed, weirdly. So checking this thing out from afar now, that's looking pretty alright. I think there's one tiny further bit of detailing I want to do at the very, very top there. You know how on real life tall buildings like skyscrapers, there's normally some form of lighting on the roof to alert airline pilots of its presence? I feel like we should do something a little bit similar here. I'm going to grab myself some sticks. I'm also going to grab myself some redstone. We're going to have ourselves some decorative redstone torches. Oh, I don't have a lot of redstone at all, apparently. We're 21 episodes into the series. How do I not have more glowstone than that? That is a pitifully small amount, isn't it? Do you know what? If we're going to go put a redstone torch on the very tippity top of that building, I feel like maybe we should make usage of this guy who was just freshly spawned in. Cool. So how many of these will it take to full grow the ghastling? I have absolutely... No! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. So now we have the harness, and somehow we need to get this guy to come down, and then we'll be able to do a little bit of flying. Pre-elytra. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I can't... how am I meant to do this? Do I need to get myself up to, like, a high area or something? Oh, Ghast, come on over here, buddy. You know you want this harness. Oh, my goodness me. This is the greatest day ever. Oh, look at me. I'm riding a ghast. Oh, that would explain the glass in the crafting recipe of the harness, for the glass is. Oh, this is so cool. Well, let me just get rid of the, there we are. Get rid of the hood there so we can marvel at this guy. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. So, we've got our redstone torches. Let's see if I can plop one on top here. Boop. There we are. Oh, this is amazing. Ah, okay, so shift dismounts you from the ghast. Interesting. See, force of habit for me is to always be crouching while building, so I'm not always falling off of stuff. That might take a little bit of time for me to get used to. Basically, defying and unlearning my muscle memory. But, yeah, I mean, even when you do dismount, it's not the end of the world, because this is a solid mob. You can literally walk on it. That is so cool. Oh, this is such a game changer. You know, honestly, I don't think I've ever been more wrong in my life. As I mentioned at the start of the episode, when I first saw this on the announcements and what I read afterwards, I thought it looked silly, but no. I wholeheartedly take that back. This is like one of the greatest things ever. Look at this. Building is so much easier now. I could cry. No longer will we have to deal with those god-awful scaffolding blocks, which I have never ever managed to get used to in terms of how they work. So question, can we go ahead and leash happy ghasts to a fence so they don't fly away? So in terms of moving the ghast around, you literally just move in the direction of where you're looking. So in order to go up and down, you just look up or look down, instead of like holding space to go up and holding shift to go down, which, if I'm being honest, that's what I originally thought would be the case. But no, you just go up to go up and down to go down. Do we have any spare leashes going anywhere? I don't think we do. I think we use them for the frogs. I might have to go commandeer a leash from the froggies. Maybe Mr. Horsey can have some companions. Come on, Froggy, in you come. You can stay with Mr. Horsey for now. I got a feeling these guys will just be able to jump out, though. All right, if you're not going to behave in there, maybe you'll behave in here, in the episode 1 house. Only this one, as you can see, got out. Yeah, not having that, are we, Son and Jimbo? I'm not about to lose these frogs. It took me ages to drag these guys back. There we go. We've got frogs in our house. I mean, that's totally normal, isn't it? Come on, Mr. Ghast. Let's get you down here. Hey, very cool. Okay, so they seem to follow snowballs when they are happy and tamed and all that, that is. All right. Leashed up. Dude, this is awesome. Oh, this could be one of the single greatest additions to Minecraft in a very, very, very long time. What do we think, folks? Time for a little bit of detailing work using our ghast. So, we're adding in some little planter boxes upon which will be, well, plants. But yeah, again, just look at how seamless and easy this is now. Oh my goodness me, you don't know what to do you? He's leashed up to that fence post down there, and he's just kind of freaking out now. Alrighty, just a little bit more work to do up here. Basically covering up all of the exposed cobblestone. And there we have it. The glowstone shines a bunch of light inside here as well. And in terms of lighting up the bottom here, just a few lanterns on top of these here corner fence posts. And now we're going to go ham with some flower pots and plants. Alright, so starting off with some flower pots down the bottom, because I am the self-proclaimed flower pot king in this game. We put flower pots everywhere because they just look awesome. So, going with some saplings down the bottom. And then on the back of Mr. Ghast here, we are going to plant down a bunch of these double tall flowers. How about this for a cool feature I just noticed? So you can still get on your ghast even while it's leashed. And then when you go away and snap the leash, you actually get it back, as opposed to it falling on the floor and then you never being able to find it again. That is a really good thing for them to have noticed and found a way around. So good job, Mojang. Seriously, that's fantastic. So then, I think on that note, it is time to wrap up the episode, checking out the brand new happy rideable ghast of epicness and getting one of the 4 entrance towers done. And I'm sure you'd agree, it looks pretty nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, it's still a fairly basic shape, but we've added enough to it, I think, to make it look interesting and, more to the point, just nice. So wrapping up the episode, we have some donos I need to shout out. Toasted Toad, Ian Liberan, and Jordan Noble all coming in with very, very generous donations right there. Thank you so much, you three. I really appreciate that a ton. And that just leaves us with the comment of the day. The first one is the settlement name. In the last episode, I asked you folks to put your creative caps on and see if you can't come up with a name for the settlement here. Firefly Falls, coming from lesser of 2 goods. Really, really love that name. Firefly because we've got a bunch of firefly bushes around, and falls because we've got a bunch of waterfalls around as well. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for that suggestion, and that is indeed what we're going to be calling this place now, Firefly Falls. And then, for the comment of the day, Stips25 says, suggestion for the 4 towers. You could put 4 auto sheep shearing farms in each, which would give you every colour of wool. Dude, that is such a cool idea. Although, with that said, I've already kind of done stuff with the interior of the tower here. But, I don't know, sheep shearing farms, they really don't require a lot of space, do they? I might have to do a little bit of fiddling around in a creative test world to see if I can't get 4 sheep shearing farms in each tower. But if I can, then yeah, that would be amazing. Really appreciate the suggestion there, bud. And I tell you something else I appreciate, all of you folks for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed today's episode and you're excited to see more, if you're excited for this new rideable happy ghast, be sure to drop a like beneath the video. I'd very much appreciate it. Subscribe and don't forget to ding that bell if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you folks in the next episode. Bye-bye.